Hey everybody, JCB here at The Awesomest, and you're watching The Awesomest YouTube channel. Well, it's that time of year again. In just a couple of days, the Six Flags Corporation will be releasing a video announcing all the new things coming to all of their parks nationwide, including my home park, Six Flags Magic Mountain. Every year I post one of these wish list type videos as a way to spitball ideas for the park. Typically this video would take the form of a top 10 list, but this year I decided to just switch things up a little bit and just talk about some ideas and some rumors about what's coming to the park in 2019. Last year they announced Crazanity, and it just barely opened to the public a few weeks ago. Still, here we are less than a week from their big announcement video, so let's go ahead and get our ideas out there before they show us their hand. First up, after visiting 5 Six Flags parks so far and noticing that every single one of them has a train ride that doubles as a quick tour around the park as well as a people mover, I'm more convinced now than ever that Magic Mountain needs one. Sure, we have the baby train in the corner of Bugs Bunny World that you're seeing here, but it just goes in a circle. We need a fully fledged train tour ride. As many of you know, I went to Universal Studios quite a bit this past year, and I was really expecting to be inspired and come up with some new cool ideas that Universal does that Magic Mountain should do, but really I didn't see much. One thing they do have that I like is charging lockers. They're basically just regular lockers, but with phone chargers inside. It wouldn't cost a ton to implement charging into Magic Mountain's current locker setup, and it would go a long way toward making those lockers worth the cost. This next one's going to be kind of weird because I don't really have any visuals to go along with it, but it is something that a lot of people complain about, usually in the comments of these videos, and that is the park's lack of shade. In the past, I have advocated for fans and misters, which are all over the place at other Six Flags parks. But just some shaded areas in general would be a huge help. Heck, just plant more trees along the walking paths. Or tunnel archways like they have in Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, and Six Flags St. Louis, video coming soon. Just some kind of shade structure where people can escape the sunlight for a few minutes would be very much appreciated, especially since it seems like we're just stuck with summer days in Southern California that typically reach over 110 degrees. That problem's not going anywhere anytime soon. It's gotta be hurting attendance in the park, so they really should just put some kind of shade structures up to help alleviate the discomfort that it causes. Another thing that would be cool is a couple of videos ago I mentioned that Six Flags Magic Mountain was running an on-ride video program as a trial on Batman the Ride. This is a really cool feature, and I think they should expand it to every single ride that can physically accommodate such a system. Not only is it really fun to get a video of yourself on the ride, but it's also a potential new revenue stream for the park because they can offer a on-ride video season pass, where you get all of the footage from all the rides you rode that day or that season or whatever. And with September nearly here, October is right around the corner, which means Fright Fest. I don't have much to suggest for the park for Fright Fest other than they should tap into their own creepy mascot history and bring back the trolls. They can get some new purposely creepy troll costumes made if they don't still have the old accidentally creepy troll costumes laying around somewhere, and have these creepers just stalk people through the park. I think it would be creepy as hell, and oh dear lord. Okay. As many of you have been telling me on Twitter, the park currently has big construction walls set up by Apocalypse blocking off most of the Cyclone Bay area. So while they're redoing this part of the park anyway, they might as well update the old photo Emporium. You know, the one of the old pirate and cowboy photos. Instead, I think they should create a new superhero photo Emporium where they have green screens and they can basically set it up so it looks like you're being saved by Superman mid-air, or the Joker has you tied up and hanging upside down. It could be a lot of fun. Speaking of fun, let's get to the big ones. The rides, specifically coaster rumors. These signs are posted all over the construction walls at Magic Mountain right now, and they are causing mass speculation online. So in addition to these walls with these signs, another thing that's causing people to go crazy is there's this documentary that posted online a couple months ago, and it's all subtitled, and basically there was a segment about mock roller coasters, and they were doing a tour through a factory, and the tour guide mentioned that this section of track is for a roller coaster going to California, and it caused a big uproar. People started speculating, is it this park, is it that park? And as certain parks started making announcements and pulling permits for their new rides for next year, it started whittling down the list more and more, and it was really starting to look like it must be Magic Mountain that's getting this big $20 million roller coaster. But it now appears very likely that the pieces that were shown in the video showed up in North Carolina. so people now think that the man in the film misspoke, confusing California with Carolina. So if that's true and the guy meant to say Carolina and not California, then that's kind of a shame, because Mack makes some amazing roller coasters, including Time Traveler, which I rode at Silver Dollar City when I went to Missouri over the course of the summer, which, yes, there is a video still coming for that. Life has been crazy. Then there is this sign specifically, which has people wondering if Magic Mountain might be getting 2 coasters this year. Personally, I don't see that happening because right now Magic Mountain has 19 roller coasters, and I don't see them skipping over 20 to go straight to 21 when that 20th coaster milestone is a big milestone. I mean, they're gonna want to celebrate that. They'll be the first park to have 20 full-blown roller coasters. Also, I can totally see them spending $20 million on one roller coaster this one time, the first time in like 12 years they've spent that much money, because this will be their 20th roller coaster. I don't think they have enough money at their disposal to spend it on 2 coasters. That seems a little extreme. However, the RMC T-Rex concept allows for a racing coaster element similar to that of Twisted Colossus, but using the new RMC single rail system. 2 racing cars on a giant monorail track could be an awesome ride. However, my favorite idea is that Magic Mountain saves coaster number 20 for the year 2020, and in 2019 simply revamps an existing coaster in a way that's fresh and exciting and breathes new life into it, increases the capacity of the coaster itself, and does something really cool, new, and exciting with something that's already at the park. And I know after Twisted Colossus being our last roller coaster and it was just a revamp, a lot of people would be annoyed, but I think there is one new thing they can do to an existing coaster that a lot of people can get behind. And that's this test video that was shown to Six Flags Season Pass members in a new ride survey sent out a few months ago. This video shows a totally revamped and reimagined Superman Escape from Krypton, taking it from a mere 30-second ride to a towering flight above the park with lots of twists and turns. Going this route would allow Magic Mountain to still add something new and exciting to the park in 2019, while also saving coaster number 20 for the year 2020. Also, the best part about this is that Superman Escape from Krypton could remain open through most of the construction. They could put down the footing and the rest of the track and everything all around the area without touching Escape from Krypton until they absolutely have to shut it down to connect the new track to the old track, or remove the old track and put in a new track in that section. Whatever they gotta do. That last step might cause a downtime of maybe a few months, and personally, I would love to see this idea come to fruition. But what do you think? Are there other ideas that I should know about? Leave them down in the comments below. After Six Flags releases their big video, I'll of course be doing my reaction video to that, so stay tuned. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, keep being awesome. Not only that, but bystanders can't really hear what you're listening to even when the music's playing at full volume, as it is right now. If you don't believe me, just listen. Can you hear anything? And for those of you who think I'm not actually playing music, let me prove it to you.